Welcome to Applied Technology Podcast. Talking technology, you're talking applied. Hi, my name is Sandra Chavez. Thank you so much for joining us again for another one of our ATG podcasts. We have several of them now. We're so excited to be able to share what we do in the company, what we're all about. So we have episode 1, 2, 3, 4. So we invite you to check those out. Today we have episode 5, which is technical sales. And I have two awesome, amazing gentlemen with me. They'll go ahead and introduce themselves, their name, the years they've been here, and what they do here. So I'm going to go ahead and start with Jake. I know I'm saying your name, but go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Jacob Lomatina. Been with the company for just over 5 years now as of last month. I'm a system engineer. I work in IT as well, so we cover a wide range of services here. Yeah, I'll start there.
Okay, 5 years. And it's like easier said than done. Like, I bet you those 5 years went like super fast.
Oh, yeah, 100%. It's been
That's awesome.
a lot of fun working here.
That's really awesome. Eric, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Eric Hernandez. I'm in IT as well. I'm a network systems engineer. Been here a little over 5 years, maybe 5.5 years or so. I'm in the same area with Jacob. We do. It's a broad range of things that we do. But I focus more on the network side and getting things connected.
Okay. I've noticed that there's people that have been here for like years and years and years or months, but I really like our dynamic. You never feel that I think I've been here for like 3 years. You never feel that you're like the new person or you never get that wise wisdom look from someone that's been here for 20 years. Like, what do you know kind of thing. It's been very awesome to work in group, to work together, to basically do our best to do the best for our customers. So I guess we'll start with the basic. What is technical sales? Jake, if you want to tackle that, and then maybe Eric, if you want to add to that.
In our field, kind of what we work with in particular, for us, IT-wise anyways, technical sales mostly revolves around networking equipment. So that could be routers, switches, firewalls. It could be computers. It can be cabling. It could be a lot of things in that field, so computer-related technology, and we each kind of branch off into our own specialties. But technical sales mostly is getting those products into the hands of people that need them, as well as the services associated. So programming those products, installing them, so physical installations, things like that, I think, would be what we do most often.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it is maybe like support for the actual sales team.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go out and do job walks with them. If there's a technical need, then they'll bring one of us along, kind of gauge what the customer needs and go over options, stuff like that. Yeah, equipment, computers, and services. Yeah, like Jacob was saying.
You guys mentioned that you've been here for around like 5 years-ish. So how have you seen in just the 5 years that technology has changed? And what are like significant changes that you would say that you guys have noticed in the field?
I think a lot of it is going to be more software based. The Windows 10 is on its way out, and Windows 11, and dealing with some of those issues, and people aren't used to the new way of doing things. It's more software. Hardware, I mean, it always gets better every year.
For consumer equipment, especially, so like home computers and sometimes even just regular, business computers, a lot of those things are, they could be in and out within a year, 2 years, 3, 4 years. So it has kind of a fast turnaround, but a lot of the network equipment and on the more business side, the higher end side, our goal is to have equipment that lasts for quite some time. So sometimes 5 years is too short of a time scale to look at when you're talking about things changing. I mean, we have servers that we've had installed, probably 10, 15 years, or we've implemented new hardware, but we have the similar software, or at least the company is the same, that we've been using for 15 years. So it's a little bit different of a perspective that you're kind of looking at, depending on if we're dealing with more consumer equipment or more business equipment as well.
I see. And you guys were talking about, Eric, you were mentioning about like updates and stuff like that. So as we know, we were chit-chatting prior to the podcast. So actually today there was something that happened. And I'm sure that maybe a lot of people, or maybe people as myself that I'm not really sure or much aware about, technology and softwares and all that. But maybe generically, if you guys can maybe say what happened today, how that affected industries, but yet our customers were taken care of and protected. Maybe you can talk a little bit about that.
Sure. It stemmed from a security software. Is what it was.
And
Okay.
CrowdStrike, I think.
CrowdStrike. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, CrowdStrike. So they basically pushed out an update to their security software to all their customers around the world, and it happened to give customers what it's called the blue screen of death
Oh my gosh.
from Microsoft. So they're not able to use their computers. They're
It's a
not,
very scary name.
Yeah, I know. That sounds
The blue
intense.
screen of death.
Of death.
yeah.
Dun dun
It
dun.
basically means something didn't boot up right.
Which you basically, the tough part is with that blue screen of death, your computer won't boot up. So nobody can remote into your computer. So you need people that are on site, on premises, able to get into each and every computer manually and either delete the file or rename it or, overwrite it somehow. So it's not something that they can just push out an update that fixes it. The computers are already crashed. So you have to go in and
Like
and
manually remove this.
one by one on
my
each
gosh.
computer. And this is a large scale security company.
You were talking about that. It's even affecting like airlines.
Yeah, there was multiple airlines that had to essentially go down this morning. Tons of flights were canceled. Essentially, they were delayed. They were trying to find solutions, working around it, and then eventually it's just full on cancellation. Those airlines need to get into their networking equipment or probably just their servers primarily. And it really depends on how many computers that they had using that software, but they had to get into every piece of equipment, whether it's something that you check in with your tickets. It could be their computer that they use. It could be a server in the back that manages all the tickets.
I mean, it's just crazy how nowadays technology can affect even just the accessibility or mobility of anything. Like that's really it's really cool, but at the same very like concerning because it's like if you don't have that, then that's it. I can't imagine like just one day without your phone. It's just like, okay, well, how do you communicate? How do you we depend so much on technology, which is crazy. But at the same time, it's a really cool tool. But at the same time, it's kind of scary when you're not able to use it or when it malfunctions, like something that happened today and affected so many people. Is there anything you guys would like to add? Maybe a little bit more about what you do or something that you would like our customers to know?
I would like to say in particular that so far we don't have any systems down.
Yay.
We have a bunch of stuff being monitored actively, and so we haven't had any reports. We have monitoring services that notify us, and we haven't had any reports of anything down yet. Thankfully, it might be jinxing us, but so that's something to note.
Yeah. Eric, is there anything that you would like for our customers to know specifically to make them feel like they're well taken care of?
So we always, like I said, when we go out with our sales team, we always want to make the customer feel comfortable and come up with a solution that's going to fit for them. Maybe work with their budget or work with new software, and even if it's something that we're not familiar with, it's something that I like learning new software, enjoying it, and then helping the customer deploy it and get it up and running.
Yeah.
So even new things, using new technology, new software is always fun.
So you're saying even if it's something new, we'll take care of it, learn it so that the customer will be able to have what they need.
Yeah, I'm sure I've had to do it multiple times. I'm sure it's the same for Jacob and the other team members.
Yeah. Well, that's
Yeah.
really awesome.
I think, that's a good point. I think with applied technology in general, one thing that's very prominent here is we're not afraid to learn new products or services. Some companies very much, and it makes sense, but they want to stick with what they're used to. Again, makes sense because they're used to it, so there's less chance of failure, and it seems more reliable. You're not taking those risks. But we very much are open to learning and trying new things. And of course, we'll do it internally and stuff like that before we deploy it. We want to make sure that the product is good. We're not just testing things on new customers or anything like that. But the important thing is that we can go into a new realm and we can pick things up because we dabble in so much. We have a lot of broad range of experience. So that's really helpful, even if it's not directly in our field. We might have indirect experience or at least know several companies that we could recommend to figure out the
Mhm.
solution.
Yeah.
Even ideally, if it would be us to have the solution, but we can figure it out.
Especially a lot nowadays, customer service and like knowing that you have somebody reliable, to come help you with your technology is a gift at this point.
Hmm.
So, gentlemen, thank you so much for spending your time to come over and talk to us about this. Very important. I'm going to go ahead and include your guys' email on the bottom of this video. And if somebody wants to contact you guys for more information, is that cool?
Yeah,
Is that
absolutely.
good?
Yeah,
Definitely.
anytime. Yeah.
Awesome. Alrighty. Thank you guys so much for joining me today.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.